welcome to Little Workroom Crafts. My name is Davina and I live in the south east coast of the UK. Today is Monday, the 2nd of May already, 2022, and this is episode number 107. And I'd like to say a big welcome to everybody. Wow, we've got a bit of a busy one this week, which is really good. So anything that I mentioned today is going to be down in the description box, and anything that anywhere that you can find me is also going to be down in the description box. So as I say, it's been a busy week. Oh, just before I get into that, I just want to apologise for my hair, because tomorrow my hairdresser's coming around in the morning, and the day before I like to leave it without putting any styling stuff in it. Just to give it a break before she gives it a good little trim for me. Okay then, right. Now, this week has been a busy week, and today, everybody in the UK, we have our May bank holiday. I was actually, Glenn and I were talking yesterday, saying that we remember when the little, the schools used to do the fetes, which they don't seem to do these days. And they used to obviously do the maypole dancing and all that lot, and have your Morris dances, and it used to be so much fun. Why can't we do all that these days? But thoroughly enjoy all that. So yes, we have a bank holidays. Glenn's at work. I know my Rebecca's at work as well. So yeah, I'm going to record this, and then I am going to start some sewing up here, and I'll explain why in a minute, because now my workload has doubled. But I don't mind. I love it up here, as you all know. But as I say, this week, last week has actually been really busy. So, I've been pottering around up here. I had an update in my shop, which, like I say, a big thank you to everybody that supported the update. There was one item left from that update in there. I have the little fella here, which he still knows he's not allowed in this room. Where are you going? I don't know. Oh dear me, talk about settling. He's definitely done that. He definitely oh my gosh, it keeps looking up all the little bits. And then so I was busy up here sewing, then I did the update, and then obviously doing life, like keeping the house clean and tidy and all that, and all that stuff that we do. And then on Friday, yes, it was Friday, there was an extra video uploaded, just a little one. I think it's about 10 minutes long, that's all. But oh my gosh, Viv and I has found this place in our local town, in the old part of the local town. Oh, it was gorgeous, absolutely lovely. And I tell you what, because we did it to go and support a charity, she only went one of the raffles, but I haven't done what she won yet. So as soon as I find out, I'll let everybody know. But she did. She won one of the raffles. Oh dear, lucky devil. And then what else? So that was Friday. Saturday. What did I do Saturday? Glenn trimmed we've got like an ivy bit here. And what did I do then? Oh, that's it. I potted around and did the downstairs. And I went out for a walk in the morning, which I shouldn't have done both. Because that's kind of done me in all weekend. Then yesterday I went out and did the shopping, because then Glenn was home to help get it out of the car and get it home. And then today I am hopefully I'm gonna record this, and then while this is uploading, I'll just pop around in here and do a little bit more of the sewing. And then this afternoon I've got everything set up in my wheel, because on Friday morning, 7:30 in the morning, I made 6 roll eggs, and yesterday I oiled my Dottie, because that's the name of my wheel. And yeah, so I'm hoping to get on the wheel this afternoon. I'm just itching to get on my wheel. I just need to do some whaling. Oh my gosh. So yeah, it's been a busy week. So what I will say is I have actually done some crafting in that time as well, as you do. And I have actually finished an item, cast on 2 new ones. And I am going to be casting on a new one this evening, because I am itching. I've got something, when you've got something in your head and you think, it's got to be done. So yeah, and I've got some really good news about a show this year. And we have 2, and what have you been up to? So well excited about those. And I have a lovely, lovely nice from my beautiful friend Ruth. So, and I will show you what I got. Well surprised. I really, really was well surprised. Okay then, right, so let's hop right in, shall we? I have finished them. Now, I've told my Rebecca that we all know what they're like because they get so excited that I not to watch this week's video because I don't want her to see these before I give them to her. But I finished them. I am so pleased with these socks. There's the little bunny tails. And she knows obviously that they're being knitted. She knows they're nearly finished. And I said to her I was going to finish them this weekend. And she's so excited. Absolutely so excited. But look at those colours. Oh, what I did in the end is what I used for the toe, I used the same one for the cuff because I just thought it finished it off. As I say, and there's a little bunny tails. The little one there on the top there. Oh dear. The pattern is from Jules from So Sweet Violet. It is a paid for. They are in her Etsy shop and on her Ravelry page, in a Ravelry shop, and they are called Little Bunny Socks. And I tell you what, you use the minutest little bit that, you know what I mean, for scraps. Absolutely brilliant. The yarn I used was gifted to me by my lovely, lovely friend Joe from So Can Joe. Now, the rest of them are over there, and these are the bits that I did for the top of the leg. And these were all Mr. and Mrs. Rabbit yarns, but as you all know, unfortunately, my Claire is not dying anymore. Well, I will say hopefully one day. I don't know, but hopefully she will, because her yarn is gorgeous. And the bunny's tails is done in the Drops Alpaca Boucle, which I got from Wool Warehouse. Now, it comes in a ball, and obviously I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 tails in both, and I've still got that lot left. Now, there was a bit actually had to be taken off because a certain little black and white little fella ran off with my ball. I've never known a cat like it. He literally picks stuff up in his mouth and he runs off with them. I've never known anything like it. He does it with his toys, he does it with this. So at the weekend he thought, oh, I've not got a mummy that plays with wool. He realised that once he found, so I had to cut a bit off, the little devil. But hey, look at those. I just absolutely love them. They do have a little pattern on the front. It's going up. Say it's a little pattern. It's so simple. They really are. They are a toe-up sock, which I'm not normally one for toe-up, but I did enjoy making these, I will say. I did do them on my mini circulars, my 9 inches, right from start to... recap. I did the toe with DPNs to start off the toe, and then when I got to the 64 stitches that I require, then I went on to the mini circulars, my 9-inch Likes, and yeah, I am just so chuffed with these. And I will be making myself a pair, but I am going to... I've got an idea on what I'm going to cast on next. So that was a finished. So when my Rebecca phoned me, she phoned me Friday on the way home from work, because she always rings me on the way home from work, and when she's walking home. And then Saturday morning, I said to her, well, I'm going to be finishing your socks today. I said, so I'll be able to cast on your love note. And she said, Mum. I went, what now? She went, well, she said, I've got my pink cardigan on now, she says, and I'm waiting for my dad to pick me up, she says, and I've got my lovely cozy cardigan on. She said, and I do wear more cardigans. I said, well, yeah, I do. Do you know what I mean? So I said, yeah. I said, so you don't want the love note? She went, well, she said, could I have another Whitmore? I went, ah. She went, why? I said, well, I've knit myself one. I said, I've knit you one. I've knitted a jumper, but with short sleeves. She went, oh, I said, what about a cropped one? Oh, yes, she said. I said, but, well, obviously it won't be over your little bottom, like, to keep you... Oh, no, I do wear cropped ones. So we came up with the idea of Now, I knitted one of these years ago for myself, and it's the Blaster by Andi Satterland. And you've got the lacework up the front with the two little bits there. Let me see if I get a bit of a picture. Yes, I can. There we go. So you've got lacework all up the back. All it is just eyelets, basically. And then you've got these coming down the front, and it's saying it's nice cropped. So it will look really, really pretty on her. So luckily, she chose the same colour yarn. So I cast this on Saturday evening. It's a really, really funny construction with this one, because you do the back and you get down to, I'm thinking, the armhole. If I say it was a long time, this pattern was out in 2016, I think. Let me find the cover page. Because I still had all my notes on what I did for mine. But the only thing, because on mine, I did make mine long sleeved. And she wants long sleeve the same, not quarter. But I'm sure I read somewhere 2016 was when, oh, it is 2016. So you do the back down to the armhole, and then you pick up and do a front, and then you have join all the stitches to do the base. So to be honest with you, it doesn't take long to do at all. And I've even got there how many rows I added on for the sleeve, so I'll just do the same for her. So this is the back. Now, the actual colour of the yarn, I don't know if I can't get it. It's not as aqua, it's not as deep as that. It's more, yeah, it's not as blue. It is more of an aqua colour. Peacock, I'd say peacock green, to be honest. But yeah, so this is the back. And so I've got this. Then I've got her yarn, and I'm started on that. And then also my lovely friend Mishka, hi Mishka, she watched the last my latest video. Where was, oh no, I haven't. I've got it here. Yeah, I've got it here. Yeah. And because I couldn't decide what colour to do my shawl. Well, I opted for the purple, but I really would have liked the colour that Rebecca chose for her cardigan. I know, because that really would go nicely with one of my Popsy dresses, you see. So anyway, she lovingly, as soon as I mentioned on here about the home bargain yarns, she went down and got some, and she asked her husband because she'd only used one ball out of that colour, and so she asked her husband if he'd drop them off down at work for Glenn, and then Glenn brought them home, and there was a lovely note. So thank you so much, Mishka. So what I'm going to do is, I have already cast on the purple shawl. So what I'm going to do, as soon as this one is finished, I am going to knit an aqua shawl for myself to go with my Popsy dress, because, you know, I'd already cast this on, so it doesn't matter. You know, you can't have too many shawls, can you? Good excuse to knit another one. So this is in my lovely bag that my lovely friend Jane made me a while ago, and I thought this is really, really appropriate because Jane gifted me the pattern, so, which is, as you all know, is my honey, my Stevie Westie, which is the corrugation shawl. I am thoroughly enjoying this, I must admit. I haven't been on it for a couple of days because I needed to get her socks finished. But talk about an easy knit. Oh my gosh. And I am loving it. Let me get the right side and the wrong side. Right, that's the right side. But look, it is really coming up lovely. It really is. If anything, because it is such a quick knit, I might even knit another one of these in the turquoise, because you know, I'm thinking it's just going to be so lovely and cozy and nice around my neck, around my shoulders in the autumn winter times. And he loves his I-cord edging, and you've got a little, and I mean a little I-cord pine on cast on. Oh, get it right, Davina. And yeah, I'm loving it, absolutely loving it. So but yeah, as I say, I will definitely be doing another shawl in the turquoise to yeah, so I can use up the yarn that was gifted to me. As soon as I finish this one, that'll be one casted on. Oh dear. Okay then, right, so that's really what I've been doing, because I've been really, really busy up here sewing, you know, for the shop and so on. I have been doing some of my cross stitch, as you know, because I'm hoping, I don't know if I will, but I'm hoping to get my dresser all decorated up at the beginning of June, or the end of May really, for the Jubilee. And I have been stitching away on this, so I've done half the crown, finished off the 220. I have done this side of the border, and I'm starting with the little decoration that they have here at the top. These patterns are amazing. There's the Jubilee, the samplers and stitchers. That's their Etsy shop, her Etsy shop, and it's Jubilee Joy, and you get all 3 patterns. I know I won't be getting the bigger one done. Say the bigger one done. That actually is the same size. It's just a couple of stitches bigger than this one. You know what I mean? So, but I am definitely going to be stitching all 3. I will, definitely. And then, as I say, you know, every June, I think I might as well just do, you know, a little red, white and blue Jubilee-ish decoration downstairs. So, because that hasn't actually got a date or anything on it, that one. So I can do that. But, oh, I am loving it. Absolutely loving it. So, I'm going to say all I've got to do is this bit here, these 2 here, and then I do this side, basically, and then there's that one finished. As you know, I've got my strawberry one all done, so that will go in my bowl, my little dough bowl. This is actually, as you can see, a lot bigger than I thought, and I've actually done it on the same count cloth, so it's going to be quite a large cushion in my dough bowl. I'd say my dough bowl is about that big, and that's all it is. Oh my gosh. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But no, I am enjoying the stitching, and I am, you know, and I've got the gnome along starting in this month. I can't wait to get that on the needles. I really, really can't. Now the gnome along, just in case anybody has missed, let's have a look. My yarn is downstairs. It is gnome along. I got the yarn from Lucy Lockett Land UK, but the actual pattern, oh come on, where are you? Oh gosh, it was going to be shouting at the screen. I can feel it. Oh, where are you? Oh, I'll put the information on the screen, because you can pick what colours you would like, but it isn't the gnome along that's starting. It is a little bit of colour work in it. I've been, you know, I printed off the what's the name, and then you just get your instructions every few days. It's the first time I've actually taken part in this. As you know, a couple of weeks ago I did knit a gnome. I have got all the yarn downstairs for my gnome along, which when that's finished, I have got all the other yarn ready downstairs for my Rebecca, because she would love a gnome. So yeah, I've got all that all sorted out. Okay then, right, so what have we got next? We have got some exciting news. I'm going to move over here, and I'm going to put up a little poster here. Now, as if you all remember, in February, I did my very first, I don't know, show. And it was a virtual show, because obviously we were all a bit more, you know, included in our homes, not like we are now. And yeah, oh, it was scary. But it was so much fun. It was hard work, but it was absolutely great. Anyway, so in June, they're having another one. It's, the 2 lovely, on my mind, it's terrible. Jem, and I can't remember the other lady's name. I'll put them on the screen. And yeah, tell you, they're the loveliest ladies that organise these shows. So I've written it down. So in June, on the 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th. So it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 7 till 9 in the evening, which is a brilliant time. I tell you, you girls were absolutely brilliant there, because, you know, when it comes to time differences, it kind of all, you know, tallies in. Anyway, I have actually been accepted. I was asked again and accepted to to be a trade at the next virtual show. So it's, as I just said, the 13th, 14th and 15th and 16th of June, 7 till 9, the little posters there. I will be mentioning it a couple of times towards the build up like I did before, but not, you know, every week, but it will be, you know, the build up. And yeah, so it's a yarn, it is called the Cambridge Yarn Festival. This time I actually know what I've got to do. Because last time I didn't know what I was doing at all. I really didn't. But yes, I will get my slot and I will be up here again in the evening. So I don't know what day or anything yet. You know, we don't get told that nearer the time. But yes, I am so excited. And then next year, they are actually hosting in Cambridge the very first Cambridge Yarn Festival. Not online, it's person to person, face to face. I am so looking forward to that. I really am. You know, it's something on our doorstep. It's only, you know, say up the road. It's quite a bit up the road, but it's, you know, going to be our local, so it's going to be absolutely brilliant. But I'll talk all about that nearer the time next year. But as I say, so this year I am going to be trading again at the Cambridge Yarn Festival in June. Now we have, and what have you been up to? We have 2 this week. Oh, absolutely brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Now, the lovely Jenny, hi Jenny, has sent me this beautiful picture. My gosh, you are one clever lady. You really are. Look at those little felted gnomes. Because gnomes are the big thing this year, and gnomes and toadstools and mushrooms and that. Oh, it's absolutely brilliant. I love them. Absolutely love them. Now, the robin that actually is there as well was the very first thing she'd ever needle felted. I can't believe that. I really can't, because that little robin is absolutely gorgeous. And also, the knitted bee and the daffs are just amazing. Absolutely amazing. So she knitted those as well. So the other lot are needle felted, and then there's the knitted. So you're a multi-crafter, which is absolutely amazing. And well done, Jenny. Absolutely well done. You are brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Also, the second one, we have Karen from northern Minnesota in the USA. Hi, Karen. As you see, this is a Laurie Holt scrappy quilt. As you all know, I do have mine on the go, but it's just time at the moment. I am itching. I want to get back to it so badly. I really do. That's like last week when I got my beautiful crocheted flower and you know, in the post, and I want to make this real special project back. I've got in my head what it's going to be and how I'm going to do it and everything. It's just having the time, but I will get there. I really will get there. Anyway, so this is Karen's Laurie Holt scrap quilt. Isn't it gorgeous? Absolutely beautiful, Karen. It really is. You've used the 12-inch blocks. And I'm just reading this. You do have both books, just like I have both books. These is from her, oh, what's it called? Oh, the Farm Girl book, Laurie Holt books. And what I'm just reading this to make sure I get it right. What Karen did is basically what I did, but I'm doing my quilt top out of the 2 books, but she's doing one out of one book and then another quilt out of the second book. So what Karen did is she got the first book and she picked the 30 blocks. I just can't get over this. So it's beautiful. The 30 blocks out from the first book. And then all the actual blocks, the pictures, are all scraps. And I love it when she said in the email, when she said, it seems to be that the scraps just keep on growing. They don't seem to decline. And I said exactly the same to Glenn. I really did. I'm taking all these scraps out of my box and making up all these blocks. But they just didn't seem to be going down. It's really weird. But anyway, and now she's actually going to be doing this summer, she's going to be making a second quilt out of the second book. And please, when you do, please send me a photograph of it, because wow, that's all I can say. But yeah, Karen, that is absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. Oh, that's what I was going to say. The actual cream or the white, it's quite hard to see those colours in a picture, was the only thing that wasn't scrap, which is the sashing, basically. Everything else was out of the scrap box. But honestly, it's absolutely gorgeous. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Okay then, right. So last week I had, oh my gosh, a lovely surprise. It was Friday when I got home from being out with Viv, and because Glenn was already at work, and he turned around to me and he said when I got home, no, I tell a lie. I left Viv after dropping her off, and then I popped down to Glenn to see him at work, and I said I'm now on my way home, and he said, oh okay. He said, you've got 2 parcels. I went, no, I'm expecting 1 parcel. He went, no mate, you've got 2. And, well, I don't know why. And the message on the top of this parcel was absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Ruth. Thank you. Well, the parcel was from my lovely friend Ruth. Oh my gosh. Oh. And in it is this beautiful card with a lovely message. And there is, look at this. I've never had one of these. The Fibre Fox. Isn't their colours in that gorgeous? And this one, I've never heard of them. Ammo yarn. Look at that colour. That's more like it. And here in the bag, sorry about the crinkle, there is 2 of these, but I'll show you what I'm going to do with one in a moment. And this beautiful here, this is absolutely beautiful. But so I'll show you the smaller one in a minute. And yeah, so we're a poo purple lover. and it's a happy belated birthday, purple lover. So thank you so much, Ruth, from the bottom of my heart. I really, really appreciate it. I really do. Thank you so much. Oh, now I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the other one. Yes, I have. Got it all ready, and this is what I'm itching to cast on, you see. I'm going to do a vanilla sock, but I don't know if anybody remember, but I don't think I have kept. No, I haven't. In my advent from my lovely friend Teresa is in the 25th day, there was these lovely 3 minis. Absolutely gorgeous. And as I say, from the lovely Ruth, I got, these are from Love Handmade. I say it's another one I've never used before. This is a Simply Solid 4-ply, 85-25, no, 85-25, 85-15. Gosh. The math wouldn't have worked out there, would it? So what I'm going to do is I've got it all in my cake, because it all came caked up, which is lovely. So I've got it all in my cake, and so I'm going to use these. This is going to be obviously my main, and then these are going to be stripes. So I can't decide whether to do like because I know how long I have them, so I've got to do the maths with the length really. But I am thinking of doing something like 5 of this and 2 of these, 2 rows of these, and yeah, and then I'll alternate them and do it that way. But I think they're going to stand out really, really nice against there. So that's the plan. So I will, I've got all my needles. I've got everything all ready in my little bag to get that one started. And then obviously, because it's not going to take all the purple, and then I reckon with the other one in there and what's left there, I will have enough for a shawl. I'm hoping a 4-ply shawl, because I do love making 4-ply shawls. So yeah, so that is what I'm hoping. And then also I'm thinking with this, no, was it this one or this one? One of these 2. I've got to get the other colour out. Another pair of socks, and I can see my Rebecca would like a pair of these, is I've not actually got a Halloween pair of socks. I've got a beautiful orange yarn in here, which I brought a couple of years ago. It's all caked up, ready to go. And I thought then I'm going to do the purple, orange, black. So I know I've got a bit of black somewhere in the cupboard. I think that's the West Yorkshire Spinners. Purple, orange, black stripes. As I say, my Rebecca's definitely going to... Mum! Then I end up giving her mine, like I did with the bunny ones. I'm giving her mine, and then I've got to make myself a pair again. So, yeah, so that's going to be the plan. But I'm thinking this one. I think I'll do that with this one, actually, because this one is just calling out for a shawl to me. It really, really is. It is just beautiful, isn't it? I could just picture that in a one skein shawl. Oh dear me. I'm spoilt rotten. So thank you ever so much, Ruth. I really, really do appreciate it. Okay then, and also my lovely friend Emma. Hi, Em. She asked me last week or the week before to do a little favour for her, which I gladly did. And she sent me this beautiful thank you card with a lovely, lovely note in it for me and Elmo. So thank you so much, Emma. It's really, really appreciated. What I'm thinking of doing, because as you see, I've got cards and that round there, and I've got them up here on the shelf. So what I'm thinking of doing is actually buying a nice little box, or seeing if I've got a nice little box in the cupboard, and then putting all my letters and everything all inside. Oh, from all you lovely people. And because I really, I've kept every single one of them. And I'd like to have them all together, all in one place with a lid on. That's what I'm thinking. So, okay then, right. I think that's about it for this week. So, while this is editing, well, mind you, I could actually do the editing and uploading this afternoon, because when the kiddies are at school, it takes longer in the afternoon, because obviously everybody's using it. But when they're off, for some reason, it always goes up quicker. It's weird. So, yeah, but I think that is absolutely everything. So I'm going to be getting up here now and sewing some bits together. I've got loads cut out. I've got some lovely, lovely new fabrics. And, oh, they took some sourcing. They really, really did. But wow. And I know for a fact, I am definitely going to be keeping one of these ones for myself. I have just, yeah, wow. And there's also going to be some dumpies, because I haven't popped any dumpies in the shop for a while. And I managed to, it took some going, it really did. I managed to get some Jubilee stretch. So we got that coming. But yeah. But also, what was left in the Jubilee update from last week is one pair of DPN cozies. Everything else sold. So what's left is one pair of DPN cozies. They've got gingham on the back and obviously the blue on the inside. And what I did to make it a bit different is I did the red and the blue and then 2 blue on the back. So yeah, they're all quilted. They've got wadding in them. They're for 6-inch needles, DPNs. So yeah, they are what's left out of the Jubilee collection in the shop. Okay, then anyway, I'm rambling now, so I better go. I think I have talked about absolutely everything that needed to be talked about. So I'd like to say thank you to everybody who sent a comment and some love to my little Elmo, because obviously he had his little operation on Wednesday last week. He's absolutely fine. Oh yes, he's absolutely fine. He's got to go back to the vets tomorrow at lunchtime, just for a post-op little examination, just to make sure that he's obviously healed okay. But he's absolutely fine. He's got his little chip now in his little when they have him in the back here, don't they? So he's all chipped. He's all legal. And I said to Glenn this morning when Glenn rang up from work, I said he's definitely, you know, settled in 100% now. I said he's like protecting his little area of his home, you know, because when I got up at 6 o'clock this morning, he was on the bed, at the foot of the bed, sound asleep. All of a sudden his head popped up. He was looking around. He obviously heard something, jumped up on the window, and you could see his tail going like that through the curtain. And I thought, yeah, he's protecting his little home, you know. So it hasn't taken him long at all. And he's such a cuddly little loving boy. Oh, he really is. Yeah, yesterday I pick him up and I give him a rock. And I put him down back down on the floor, and then he kept going around my feet because he wanted to pick it up again. So I picked him up again. Glenn went, "What are you like?" I said, "Oh, I was in his like little baby, isn't he?" Oh, he's so cute. He is so cute. So thank you ever so much for everybody that messaged about little Elmo, but he's fine, absolutely fine. The thing is he came home that night and the vet turned around and said, "Oh, you know, he might not be, just give him a little bit to eat." And that lot, yeah, I give him a little bit and he wanted more and he wanted more. And oh dear me, little devil. Okay then, anyway, I am going to disappear now and I'm going to love you and leave you all as always. And I am going to say a big thank you to everybody that has watched. And I will see you all next Monday if I don't pop in a little extra in between. I don't plan them, they just kind of happen. So if I do, if I don't, I don't. The only ones that are actually planned are these Monday ones. All the rest are little extras. Okay then, right, so please take care, stay safe, and as always, happy crafting. Bye.